computer.
All right, get over it.
So Leon,
Hey. Yeah, I had to manually fade that out. How's it going? Um,
going good, man.
cool. Well, yeah, this is gonna be meet up again. Any questions from anyone? I can go over my trades and how I'm thinking about it, which is Coinbase, which is down a lot still, and we're getting a lot of drama in crypto recently. A lot of bad news or flood articles that were circulating last weekend.
You stop. That is not a haunt. It is a curse. And I took it. I got blasted out of the sky. I hope get away from me.
Get this away.
Hey, I'm a demigod. Okay, stop it. I will smite. You want to get smoked? Smoking? Listen, that thing doesn't give you life. It's a
Sorry, I had to meet you. I can hear some background noise in there. But yeah, let me go ahead and look at Coinbase, which is the trade that I've been talking about for a while that we're in. And again, it's being dragged down by crypto at the moment. And here's Ethereum. Let's go to the daily chart of Ethereum. And the daily chart of Bitcoin. So just to put things in perspective here, we're basically back to the levels Ethereum was mid-April. And for Bitcoin, back to the levels, actually levels we've seen since early February. So we had about a few months of gains taken out on Bitcoin. And on Ethereum, we've had about a month taken out. And this, in my opinion, this was still kind of like a technical reason why we're kind of like falling off from this top here. Again, this kind of pattern is more like a consolidation or accumulation zone. This fast ramp up wasn't going to be sustained, and as soon as it started going sideways, and then we had weakness. We had a higher high, but not as drastic as from this high to this high, and then a high, and then we had this lower high. So that was probably a good sell signal if I was trading or short-term swing trading Bitcoin. I should have been paying attention to that. And it also would have like maybe delayed me from getting into the Coinbase IPO that as early as I did. And then this past weekend, May 19th, 20th, we touched this line several times. And this was another sign to like, okay, this support line is probably not going to hold. But I wasn't doing any trading in Bitcoin. I could have sold here or could have sold here and bought back more Bitcoin down here. But this is where we are. And then same thing it's a similar thing on Ethereum, except it's a lot more drastic. Let's see here. Yeah, it's about 78% move over like 16 days. And this was a longer move. This took, this is October. So 175 days and 400% gain on Bitcoin. But I guess, okay, a similar thing on Ethereum would probably be back in here, November, this November breakout. So 173 days, but 787% return on Ethereum. But so what good can come from this, right? So one good thing is, let me delete these lines. It's good that this drastic drop happened sooner than later, instead of continue to bleed into summer. And let me just focus just on Bitcoin now. Oh yeah, and this is another indicator I should have been paying attention to, this line right here, this vertical line. This is when the Coinbase IPO started, which was April 14th, actually 14th. And if I'd been paying attention to the Mayer multiple and the daily chart, like this is clear bearish. This is called bearish divergence. So meaning you have price going up, you have higher highs and higher lows on the price, but on some indicator, it could be RSI or the MACD or something else, right? But this case is the Mayer multiple. In fact, let's put on the MACD and let's put it on the RSI and see what we get. Okay, so we're getting bearish divergence on all of them, right? All of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, see, I'm a technical analysis guy. Like I failed this. I should have been paying attention to this. But I was so focused on the Coinbase direct listing and moving money in order to buy Coinbase day one. I was so excited, but all these indicators were giving us bearish divergence, which means like, hey, it's probably a good time to take profits here. And again, with crypto, I used to day trade it, but I went to this kind of like long-term swing trading mentality, multi-year instead of like multi-week, or this would have been a multi-week or multi-month trade. But yeah, this accumulating with the Coinbase IPO and me realizing this, like if hindsight is 2020, but it would make me think, okay, maybe I don't buy week one, right? Let's see how week one plays out. And then seeing how bad week one did for Coinbase, you could be giving me more pause. Okay, let's see how week two comes out, right? And then options come out. And actually, what options came out? So what is this here? 26. Yeah, basically options I think came out right here, like a week later. And then we had this kind of rally. But then Coinbase earnings was the May 14th. Oof. But anyways, I would still be under in Coinbase. Like I would still bought like here after missing 2 weeks, or even like here, and I'd still be under. But at least like paying attention to the Bitcoin, it would have probably at least made me delay my entry here a bit. But yeah, so long term, I'm not worried about my crypto. I mean, my crypto position is fine. I'm fine adding it there. The only thing is my Coinbase position is we have to see basically. I expect now because of such a drastic drop, it was over 50%. That let me ask that. We could see sideways action / a correction for like a month or two. So that'll put us in June, July, and I'm still holding my position. I'm still going to hold my position to see if this recovers, right? So to see if we just trend something like this or something like this, and then continue up in July. That's a possibility. If we don't, if we have something that kind of like travels on, and we're still kind of like doing something like this into July, I most likely have to consider taking a loss on my position and pushing it out into sometime in 2022. But like I said, we still have time. And we can use the chart to see what happened historically. So doing a bull run or doing a bull cycle, this was May, June here in 2017. So here May we had this pretty drastic drop, but this was only 31%. From here to here was 39% or 40%. So, and then from this drop, how fast this thing recovered basically the next next 3 to 4 days. From this drop, yeah, 3 to 4 days. So pretty fast recoveries, right? But because of the size of this drop, it's a lot bigger one. It's 50% plus drop. So similar to the COVID drop. This is the COVID drop. The COVID drop was 62%. And then we took about 55 days to get back to basically recover. So just over a month. So that's one way to see. Hey, yeah, anyone have a yeah, so that's my current stance on crypto and what I'm thinking on Coinbase, and paying close attention to the next 2 months in our Coinbase position. But with that, does anyone have a question or any ticker you guys want to look at besides Coinbase?
Can you tell us what the Mayer multiple is?
Yeah. So let me go back there and let me take out these other guys. So the Mayer multiple is something that was created by this guy, Trace Mayer, who's an old school Bitcoiner. And it's super simple. It's only on a daily chart. It takes the 200-day moving average and divides it by the price. So the idea is, what is the fair value price, right, of Bitcoin? And right now we're at 0.94 or basically 1, right? So according to this chart, this would be the fair value of Bitcoin if you take the price divided by the 200-day. Every time it gets overheated here, like it turns orange, that this line right here is 2.4. I'm not sure why it just happens to be 2.4 here selected, but here the top of the last bull run, it got overheated for a while and it hit 3.75. So the price of Bitcoin was basically 3.72 times away from its 200-day moving average. And let's put the 200-day moving average in here. Oh, this is the 200-day. Yeah, so this cyan line is the 200-day moving average. So as we can see here, we touched it again, and we're underneath the 200-day moving average. So that's why we're getting a 0.93 score on it. So let me highlight 1 on here. Okay.
So if we're under the 200-day moving average, then we should expect that Bitcoin should recover to at least the 200-day moving average, right?
Yeah. If we're still in a bull market, which I think we are, eventually we will be back over the 200-day moving average, and then we have to get back above the 21-week moving average. So let me put the 21-week moving average. Yeah, so we're below on the 21-week moving average. We're below that too. So first we would have to get back past the 200-day, and then above the 21-week. But yeah. And so in all the stuff that happened, right? It's a lot of stuff came out. Like even the Pope said something about, he didn't name Bitcoin or crypto, but he was talking about technology and using high energy, so kind of alluding to Bitcoin. But that came out, Elon Musk came out, and then China FUD and Tether FUD, like all these like old bad news articles just got recirculated again. But really the reason was none of that. It's really mostly over leveraged people that were trading in this range after this big move. And as the move started to get weaker, that's when everyone that kind of like bought during this range are starting to exit, right? And this is not retail people. Like most of the retail people are hodlers. They just hold it, right? There's a lot of institutions came in around this white line and pumped it up on high leverage, and now they exited, and that they had a lot more money in retail. That's why we kind of We kind of went to oversold conditions. So let's go to RSI again.
But
Yeah.
what is the significance of the 21 week moving average?
Yeah, so the only significance is if we go back to here, it just historically it supported the bull run in the past cycles. So it could be different this cycle, right? So like these little circles were where it kind of supported the bull run, the price action here. Yeah, you can even go back to here, like here again, here. And this was the bull run into 2013, 2014. And actually, when you see it here, we actually dipped below it. And then we kind of had like this touch off of it here and here. So interesting. So this is there is another technical guy, Benjamin Cohen, and he does the super cycles. I mean, he does crypto cycles and stuff like that. He thinks that this cycle is looking very similar to the cycle from 2013. So meaning we could have some kind of like a double peak cycle, and with this, being like the first peak. But yeah, so that's to answer your question. This is the 21 week, and it really supported the 2017. Let me delete all these. The 2017 previous bull market, and then we crashed below it, came back up. We're like, oh, these are weekly candlesticks, so we closed below it, and then we were never able to close above it. Like even this green candle, actually, sorry, this green candlestick, we did close above it for 1 week, and then it fell back below. But yeah, so the question is like there people are saying that this cycle is over. I don't think that's the case. Now, what's more likely is, we kind of trend a little bit, and then continue going back up at some point. Hopefully, this trend, and that's fine for my crypto, like I said. But if we trend too long, then that's really bad for my Coinbase options position. And I took a lot of risks in choosing September. It would have been safer with January, but that's where I'm at now. So, like I said, I'll be watching this to see how we are in July. Basically, if we haven't recovered fully with a lot of strength by July, then yeah, I'll take a loss, and whatever money I have left, I will put it in either January or let's go out. So we have January 2022, then March. So 300 days later. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably go out. I'll probably go out to March. So taking some risks with September. Well, I'll say I'll probably either go out to January or March. But yeah, cool. And that's the significance of that thing. Any other questions, or anyone else want to look at a different ticker or anything?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was wondering if you could take a look at NEO again to see if you think it's still gonna drop a little bit before July or June. I have a call option for June.
Okay.
June I believe the 25th. I gotta take a look at it. I mean, not a call, a put option. I'm just trying to see what the charts are looking like now.
Oh, you had a put option. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
June 18th.
June 18th, right? Okay, June 18th. And what strike on that put?
Let me take a look. Give me 1 second. I think it's at $25.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the same put. It's June 18th.
Are you in it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got mine's June 18th. Yeah, $25 put.
Okay, so let's see. I'm in June right now. I'm going to go vertical, and then $25. do this real quick. I'll just change it here. I think that's a good put, by the way. Did I recommend that, or did you guys find that?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I took your advice. I was like, I'll go for it. See what happens.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the chart this on the daily. I mean, right now we're in a downtrend, right? It's looking kind of weak on NEO. We'll kind of have like this kind of. I mean, we have this rough trend line here, and it did break out, but then bounced off of it. Let's see here. If we just go from here to here. Yeah, it's oscillating between, let's see here. Yeah, we got, low, high, lower, low. Let me see if there's some kind of channel here. I mean, if I ignore this wick, and just go here. Yeah, it looks like a very rough channel here. And this channel is going lower, right? So, I mean, it looks like to me, it's something like boom, 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 something rough like that, right? So to see this something change, you would either have to come up here, bounce, break through, bounce off of it, or vice versa, break down below, come back to test, and break out of this channel. But this channel is sloped down right now, right? So it's kind of like that's directionally where NEO is heading. It's heading in this downward pattern. Can't tell anything from RSI really. Let's put on some other indicators here. The TD. Let's go super guppy. Yeah, so this is a super guppy, and it flipped red since April and gray since February. So yeah, basically in a NEO's in a short term, at least short to medium term bear market. Let's look at stochastic is recovering a little bit. Let's look at Ichimoku cloud. I don't really use the Ichimoku cloud too much, but if it's underneath the red, that's bearish. Red cloud. Hakanashi. Yeah, like this little move right here too. I can just see, right? It's weaker than this, and definitely weaker than this. So far, I mean, like we need a few more days, but this doesn't seem like it has the strength to get back up to here. So that could be pretty bad for NEO. Yeah. So how many days is this? Let me just go here. So this is 27 days out. How much gain can you tell how much gain you have on it so far?
Right now, I mean, I'm taking a loss on it.
Oh, you're taking a loss on it.
Yeah.
Oh, when did you open it? Was it like the May 13th or 14th?
Yeah, I opened it. When we opened it, I'm driving, so I can't really.
Oh, all right, yeah. Don't crash, yeah.
But it was about like a week, like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So,
No.
Yeah, not that long ago, but same time it wasn't like last week either.
Like 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, there could have been. Yeah. I mean, basically anywhere in here, right? Because it's up a little bit. Yeah, so you might have bought in somewhere in here, and now it's trending back up towards the top of this channel. But let's see here, and this it is 34, right? So you would have to drop like $10 to get to 25. So you're gonna have to want to exit this thing before June 18th, right? Like you before that last week. So you might be able to hold this like the first week in June, but hopefully you can exit before the last weekend before this thing closes.
Yeah, we got in on May 14th.
May 14th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you could have been way down here, and that's why the put is down, right? Because the price is up here. So
Right.
watch this chart, right? Watch this chart and see how it reacts to this midline. Now, hopefully, once it gets to this midline, it starts coming back down. If it breaks through the midline and does something like this, you might have to take losses on this put, because that means we're getting more higher towards when this thing expires.
Right.
But again, like this little move right here, it looks like kind of weak to me. This is to see what happens when we get to $35. Like, or do we reject before $35, or do we reject at $35? If we reject at $35, then for another we could have another week of this thing going down, and then that could give you a profit on this thing.
Right. Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, Senhals, how you going? I know I pronounced that terrible. Everyone else muted. Oh. All right.
Do you have any You have any call options for Apple?
No, I don't. But let's look at Apple.
Hey, Leon, after that, if you can just take a look at Tesla to see how it's looking, if you think it's going to be going up, sideways, or down in the next 2-3 months.
Yeah, in 2-3 months. Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so on Apple, we have earnings in August, so there's no new earnings for a while. There might be an Apple event coming up, but yeah. So we had this long-term trend line. Now we're kind of had a high volatility and kind of going sideways here. I mean, Apple is a strong company. Like, if I was to buy a call option on them, I would probably do something that's 1 year out, because I don't follow them all the time. But I think with their new iMacs, iPhones, they're going to continue to make lots of money on those. Yeah, I would probably do something super conservative, like 2022 December or January 2023. $130 strike, or something conservative. Like I'm not looking at Apple as kind of like the money to make on Apple with call options was right when COVID happened, and then the crazy bounce back snap, right? Yeah, it just seems like you could probably sell covered calls on this thing or naked puts. So yeah, kind of going sideways to me. I don't see any kind of directional thing. And here we go at Tesla. So there does seem to be this long trend line that supported it since the bottom of the COVID drop. So, and we did break through this channel. So in my opinion, more like for the next 2 months, like into July, right? I mean, something like this maybe. It seems more likely. We have to see what happens when we get back to here. And if we do get back down to this bottom trend line, we'll definitely have to pay attention to that. So it's all on breakouts of those lines. And long term, I still think like this is going to several thousand a share. Tesla's going to eventually dominate the American auto industry. But yeah, 2 months, it looks like there's a nice recovery here. And this happened when Bitcoin happened. So like a lot of Bitcoin guys sold their Tesla. I guess a lot of Tesla guys sold their Bitcoin. But Tesla definitely like recovered a lot better than Bitcoin did. No, it hasn't fully recovered since April though. But yeah, that's that. I mean, but just based on the current information, that's all I see right now. Let's go to weekly. And let's go to monthly. See, even a monthly, like this, the upward trend is still intact. Well, I mean, we need more months to get more data, but just 1 to 2 here. Yeah. Next Tesla earnings is August 2nd. Whoever asked about Tesla, did you listen to the earnings on April 26th?
No, I don't think I did.
You didn't think you did? Okay. Yeah, I'm curious what caused this 4 weeks of sell-off after that earnings. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it then either.
Is this a recording? Anyone hear me?
Yeah, I'm recording this.
Oh, but this is live right now.
Yes, this is live right now.
Ah, okay. Where's your video feed?
Oh, do you see it?
No, I'm just on the voice channel, but I'm hearing other people's voices, but I see I'm the only one in here.
Oh, we're on the Zoom. Go check out the Zoom link on in the private Profit Chat channel.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Oh, I posted this in the public one. So yeah, you'll get to check this out for free. I see you're not a profit maker, but that's fine. Yeah, you can join in. We're almost done. And I'll
It's a private channel for members, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. But go ahead, just join in. Just click that. Oh wait, hold on. I need to send that link to you. Well, not since I told you about it, I might as well send it to you, right? So let's see here.
That's a little tease.
Yeah. Here you go. Okay, well, I'm just gonna. Yeah, that was where I forgot I was actually in the Discord channel too. 1 second here. So cool. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Tesla. Looks like the most likely path is this little movement for like a couple months. We have to see what happens when we get back to 606, 605. And if we get back down to 563, 560s, what happens when we touch those lines? But yeah. Let's look at ARK. ARK has taken a beating this year. And it's taken a beating because kind of Tesla has taken a beating, and Tesla's 10% in this fund. But again, looks like some strong recovery here. And that could be because of Tesla as well, or it just got so beaten up after breaking down through this kind of channel. But I'm seeing some recovery in ARK, and also Frank McReedus. He was so right on sell in May and go away. Like I had no idea. I didn't know if we were going to have a big sell off in May or sideways in May or bull market in May. But Frank was completely right, and I'm thinking I should have at least bought like one SPY put, or maybe not SPY put, but like maybe an ARK put or a Tesla put. And where did May start? May started back. Oh, you're right here. Actually, the spy put may not have worked out. I mean, the spy put would have worked out for like a couple of weeks. But yeah, there would have been a couple of weeks profit here. Now we're back above where we were May 1st. But cool. Yeah, so we covered Neo. Take these lines out.
So Leon, while you're on Neo,
Yeah.
do you see any chances of it going? I know the other guy had put on it, but I actually have June $40 call, and I also have a $35 January call.
The $35.
Of course, I'm concerned about June call right now.
Yeah, the June call. That. Oh, sorry, that's my washing machine. Yeah, that's 27 days out, right? So are you in profit on that $40 call yet?
No, I'm way down, like 80%.
Oh, 80%?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, you don't have much time on that one, that guy to recover it, because we're also within the 45-day window. And within 45 days, theta starts to kick in heavier, right? Man, yeah, your January one's fine, because I think eventually, eventually over time, like this is $100 company. I don't know if that's this year or next year. But yeah, this is very short term for $40. Yeah, I would. You would have to just kind of wait and see what happens when price gets back to, like I was telling him, $35 right here, because this is the midpoint of this channel. So does it come here? Oh my gosh, and then break out like this, or but yeah. So in my opinion, you probably could wait another week to see what happens here, but most likely there are so many more outcomes where this doesn't make the money, right? Looks like this thing makes money. Like you would have to get this thing to drastically get to $40 or 39 in a week and a half. But yeah, you could get back to this midpoint. Like I said, this move back up here is not that strong. Oh, wait. It's not that strong right here. So you may not even get to midpoint line before it starts to roll over.
If it does break 35, if it goes above it, do you feel it might drop pretty soon, or it can go up higher?
We have to look at the candles to see what they look like, right? I mean,
Okay, yeah,
you
okay.
have to be like, you got like the crazy strong candlestick, right? With some high volume, right? So something like here, let me delete these lines real quick. Like this this guy right here. So you need something. Oh, whoops. You need something that looks like this guy with this green volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need something like that. And right now it doesn't look, because we have a red candle on a daily that's and just some weak sideways daily candlesticks at the moment. It's the same thing here too, right? Something like this guy, right? But see, they're getting weaker and weaker. So you have this. I guess you have this is a good bullish candlestick, and this is a bullish kind of like crucifix. But then you have this, and then now I'm not seeing anything like that at all. What's going on right now? And what sucks is you're gonna have to wait another week to see how this plays out, and that week that's more theta that's killing your contract. But yeah.
All right, thanks.
Let me get this out of here. Man, sell and May go away. I'm ready for May to be over. This is a terrible month for us all. I'll say that. Terrible month.
Yeah, we all on the same boat with that one.
Oh, like every market. But there could be rotational things, and tax season, people selling assets so they can go ahead and pay their taxes. It's so many reasons, right? There's a lot of over leverage. Yeah. But I don't know. I still think we're gonna have a bull market in summer, both in stocks and crypto. It's just how fast do we get back up there, right? Is it a 1 month of like correction, or is it 2 months of correction? Yeah, hopefully Frank is on. I'll try to get a hold of Frank so we can talk on Monday. I kind of want to get his thoughts on that.
Leon, why do you think? What are your reasons for thinking we're going to have a bullish summer, or a crypto summer, or things are going to get better?
Yeah. So, well, in stocks, basically, nothing has really changed since. And actually, here, let's just go way back, right? Let me go back to the weekly, right? Like we've been broken out of this trend line. I mean, this channel. This bullish, like 20-year long, or sorry, 2008, right? So 21, 22. Wait, hold on. Hey. Yeah, this 13-year long bull market, and we actually just busted out of it, right? So we broke out of this thing, and now this is what happens with the channel, right? Like, yeah, we could come back down. But like I said, like if past resistance turns into support, like we could even go higher. So we're still in long term, we're still in the bull market, and we had all this money printing, right? And like I think that the Biden infrastructure bill, I think that went down from 2 trillion to 1.7 or something like that. But that's still more money entering the system, and when that happens, it always drives up asset prices, right? And this is how the rich get richer and the poor get poor, right? Again, like the poor, they don't have assets. They just have cash. And anytime the governments print money, that cash devalues and assets go up in value. And that's like the key differentiator. So that's nothing seems to be stopping in that direction. So real quick, let me see. 2021 U.S. government stimulus. I just want to check if there's anything else coming. Third economic impact payments. The third economic payment plan is now on its way, March 11th. Okay, so this May there's some kind of like relief going on.
I know also that people who have file dependents on their tax returns are getting $3,000 per child under 3 or 6, and $3,600 for a child over 6, and $3,000 per child under 6. So I know that money's coming as well.
Yeah, that's great, right?
July 15th.
Yeah, that's great. That's great for them. And some of those people will buy some stocks or some crypto with that. But
that's
yeah,
my plan.
Yeah,
I'm sure other parents have the same thing too.
And assistance for small businesses and corporations, like that money is going straight into the stock prices again. Like, or some of it would go into hiring another worker here or there. But it's like a lot of these corporations, they have plenty of money. It's like you give them more money, they're just going to keep buying their own stock back. Okay, so that's with the stock market. So crypto, let's go to crypto. Let's go with Bitcoin. PLX. Okay. So this, in our opinion, for our crypto guys, we're still kind of like in the early start of a new cycle of adoption. So what happens is every time one of these bull markets happen, we basically like 10 to 20 times the base of investors, and like 10 to 20 times like the amount of money. that is coming in, and now, and actually it should be more now, because basically most retail, a lot of retail are already in crypto or out of crypto, but who's not into crypto and just getting into it now is institutions. So that's corporations, that's hedge funds, that's different companies putting it on their balance sheet. And we've heard about the ones that have said it publicly, but a lot of others that are starting to get in now, and a lot of them got a few got in here and then went over leveraged, or this was just mostly hedge funds trading it. But yeah, so and this is only going to continue. So we're like less than 1% of American institutions are in the crypto now, and that's only going to grow. And what we paid attention to in cycles. Oh, here, let me just pull up this video. Let's see, Benjamin into the cryptoverse. Bitcoin relief plan in 21 planning. Okay, here. Hold on. Where he shows the cycles. Oh, I need to watch this video. Okay, so there's two thoughts on the cycles, right? Okay, here we go. So there's 4-year cycle, and then this lengthening cycle, right? And clearly, like lengthening cycle is taking place, because if we look at like to the 2011, 2012 kind of like bull market, right? There was like less than like 1 million people back then, and then 2 was 2013, 2014. So there was maybe like 500,000 to 2 million people back then. And then 2017 was number 3. So that cyan thing is number 3. That's so 2017. So now we're in the 10 to 20 million investor range, right? Worldwide, right? And now we're at a phase where we're probably 100 million people around the world have some kind of crypto, right? And that could be like, they have a few pennies in crypto, they have a few $1,000s in crypto, but the investor base is expanding and maturing. That's why the drops get less drastic over time, and the length of time that the bull market goes is expanding. And so right now, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but can you see my mouse, the cursor here?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Yeah. So this is where we are right now. So this is the 4th cycle, right? So in his here, let me just take a screenshot of this, and let me just open up Sketch. So and right now it's kind of following like the cycle from 2017, like because we are kind of like very close to it. And let me pull in pencil. So, but what he's saying, what he thinks is more likely is like we kind of like we do something like this. So see how it's we still make a new high. So that where I drew it was like 190,000 for Bitcoin, but this is somewhere in like deep in 2022. For us to peak right now, we would have like if we were to follow exactly what we did in 2017 now, so that this would basically be the end of the year and somewhere in the $250,000, $300,000 range. So, and so this is why we're still bullish on Bitcoin, because again, it's technicals, but also fundamentals, right? Fundamentals in how many new people are interested in crypto, and it's not going away. It's not going to zero. It's only getting more adopted over time. And maybe not this cycle, maybe like 2 cycles from now, the volatility will drop off. but we still have high volatility. So we could be anywhere within these, this zone, in my opinion, or we could even go down to here, but then eventually recover and then go back up to here. So that's why why we're projecting out higher prices in Bitcoin, and we are in a bull market, because from the bottom in 2019, 2018, we've been in this pretty drastic bull market in crypto. But yeah, that is Ethereum. I mean, sorry, that is Bitcoin. Let's see what else it does here. Oh, in fact, this is a great video. Let me go ahead and stick this in here. Yeah. And let me go back to his channel, because I think he had something on Ethereum. It's an Ethereum Summer Law. Ooh, okay. This is another video I've got to watch from him. But let's just skip ahead to see what he has. This is the big Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio, which broke out. Oh, yeah. So an altcoin, Bitcoin down. Oh, here we go. So we're still in alt season. We're still in alt season, and we're in alt season. That's when Bitcoin does badly. But eventually we will drop out of alt season, and that's when Bitcoin starts to lead again. And that's what we want. We're like, altcoins will bleed, Ethereum will lose value, and then Bitcoin starts becoming king again. And then Bitcoin stretches out the market. Then Bitcoin kind of tops out, and then dominance drops as Ethereum starts to go next, and then altcoins push up. And that could be the final wave, right? That could be the final wave up. And again, if we look at past cycles here, this is let me go to logarithmic chart. Actually, if we don't do it on the logarithmic chart, we can still see the last cycle. And if we're here on 2017, like we barely see 2013, right? It's like 2013 is right here. It's like a pimple. So let me get rid of this and go here. And yeah, so I like, if there's also a theory called the super cycle theory, that super cycle happens once, and that's because once you get institutions coming in for the first time, they represent trillions and trillions of dollars. So they could be it could be a wave which breaks all models, and this is a tiny hump, and then we just go straight to like 500,000 or something like that. And then we're not able to see this thing anymore. But then after the super cycle, then we get much more predictable and like kind of boring action like the SP 500, because it'll be really hard to move at that time. Wait, where is this? Oh, this is oh yeah, 1 million, 1 million here. But so that's a super bullish theory that's out there.
Hey, Leon.
Yep.
Is there any way, like, what would be I don't know if you can predict this, but what would be like a good buying point for Ethereum right now? Because I'm trying to kind of load back up on Ethereum, but I'm trying to catch like a good bottom. And right now I feel like, I don't know if it's a good time to buy. I mean, I'm still buying, here and there, but yeah. What do you think would be a good point to kind of just like load the boat again?
Well, I would think right here, because again, like it depends on what your timeline is. I don't really have a timeline on Ethereum. I mean, it is like end of this year going into next year, but it's more a price target, right? And that price target is 10 to 20,000 per Ethereum, because Ethereum's all its fundamentals and metrics, like transaction volume, new accounts, like value locked, value moved, and actually it's moving more value than Bitcoin in the last few days, I believe, by a lot. And so it's all following Bitcoin numbers from 2017. So like us analysis that we look at Ethereum, we're kind of following that, and we're predicting similar price action to what happened with Bitcoin then. And also with what happened to Bitcoin then was it was just the store of value narrative, right? With Ethereum, I mean, Ethereum in 2017, you had the ICO bubble, which that's a use case of Ethereum is raising funds, and now you have DeFi, which has like 67 billion locked up in it or something like that, and now you have NFTs, and NFTs are bringing like crypto mainstream to like artists and stuff like that. So you've got all this like crazy good adoptive news for Ethereum, right? And then July, there's a big upgrade, 1559, and what is that? Let's see, ETH 1559 upgrade. What day in July? Let's just go with mid July. So that would be July 17th right here. But there's an upgrade that's going on, which would basically it starts to make Ethereum more scarce, because right now all transaction fees go to miners, but this upgrade is going to burn the majority of that transaction fee. So meaning that Ethereum will get sent to an address that cannot spend Ethereum. So that's taking a supply out of the market. So you might have seen some tweets about ultrasound money. So Bitcoin is something that like it's got inflation and then kind of caps out. And then there's models on Ethereum where Ethereum would kind of go do this, but then eventually do that, where there could be less Ethereum over time. But I mean, that's to be seen. We don't know if that's going to happen yet or not. But so we still have two major catalysts this summer, which is the Ethereum 1559 upgrade, and then a potential Bitcoin ETF getting approved, which will represent a gigantic wave of institutional money coming in. Because instead of buying GBTC, they can buy an actual ETF. And GBTC is trying to change into an ETF as well. But yeah, sorry, that was really long-winded, but that's why I'm still seeing a bull market.
You good? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I ain't even know about the catalyst, but appreciate that. I wasn't aware of that.
Maybe I missed that. Was that supposed to be this year?
What was that?
Was that supposed to be this year, where Bitcoin's going to get more? I mean, not where Ethereum's going to get more scarce.
Yeah, that's this year. July. Yep.
Ethereum gonna get scared. Can I hear me?
Yeah.
He said Ethereum gonna get scarce.
Well, scarcer. Not so it's relative, because there's 15 million ethers out right now, and so the inflation rate of Ethereum is going to go down with Ethereum 2.0, and also Ethereum is going to get burnt. So the transaction fee, a majority of that's going to get burnt. So that helps reduce supply. So anytime there's a supply shock, the only number that can go up is value, because you have increasing demand on a scarce asset. And some maximalists will say, oh, Bitcoin has infinite supply and stuff like that, and that's true right now. But again, it's like there's 115 million coins, and the deflation rate's really low. Eventually, it's going to be 1%. It's like it's never even going to get to like 300 million in our lifetimes, right? And there's like 21 trillion or 27 trillion US dollars out there. So it's compared to Bitcoin, yeah, of course there's way more Ethereum than Bitcoin, but compared to like other currencies, it's scarce. And that's why I don't like I think assets that are at 1 billion I'm not really a fan of, except for Polkadot. I think Polkadot's at 1 billion. Let me double check real quick. No, circulating supply, max supply is 1 billion and 75 million. So 1 billion, right? But stuff like Cardano, there's like 31 billion, XRP 46 billion, XLM has like 23 billion. Like that's what creates like a penny crypto, right? When you have that gigantic of a supply. Yeah, but supplies within the, under 100 to like the mid 100s, that's like the sweet spot, I think, in terms of coin supply. But cool.
Hey, Liam, quick question.
Yeah.
So I've just got a little bit of, I have Cardano, then Ethereum, and then some Polygon. I really don't have any Bitcoin right now.
Mhm.
So question is, or two-part question, leave everything where it is right now. Don't make any moves. Second part question is, if I were to add more, invest more, what would be what would the best option to go in? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano? What do you suggest?
Yeah, great question. So I would definitely want a Bitcoin position, right? So you say you're in Polygon and ADA. So here's another thing. We're topped out on altcoin season, right? Eventually this is going to break down and alt's going to bleed. So I would be wary of Polygon and probably convert Polygon into Bitcoin, but let's see what Polygon's at. Polygon's massive, right?
Yes, Matt.
Massive. Yeah. Are you up in it? Oh, yeah. Are you up in this? Because it looks like pretty topped out.
No, I got into it very late. I don't have a lot. I only have 2K in this. I got like 5K in Cardano, 5K in Ethereum, and 2K in Polygon.
Yeah. Well, it kind of topped out similar. I mean, this chart looks very similar to Bitcoin and ETH. But I only have 2 coins right now. I've got Ethereum and Bitcoin, and it's like 88% Ethereum, something like that. I think I did buy like $100 of Mana again the other day just because, but that's it. I sold my Polkadot and I sold my Solana into more Ethereum because that's what I want. I want a majority stake in Ethereum, and I feel naked without at least 1 Bitcoin. So
Okay.
yeah.
So any new money you recommend having some position in Bitcoin?
Yeah. Just especially since it's down so low right now. It's at the mere multiple under 1, right? So again, let me put just a daily chart on Bitcoin, and let's go to mere multiple. Like this is a fair value to get Bitcoin at right here, 0.93. That's a great buy. That's a great buy to if you wanted to buy Bitcoin. Like this is a good price to buy Bitcoin right now. I would not sell. I mean, actually, yeah. If you were to buy Bitcoin with Ethereum, the ratio would be really good for you. That would be 38353 divided by 2378. So all you need is 16 ETH to buy 1 Bitcoin. It used to be 30 at the start of this year, and it got as low as 12. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Like I actually, when it got to 12, I should have told my mom to sell the rest of her ETH into Bitcoin. Even though I think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin this year, still, I mean, it already has outperformed it this year and last year. But this is just such a sweet deal, right? I mean, you get a whole Bitcoin for 12, and now it's back to 16. So you can sell that Bitcoin, you can get 4 extra ETH. I did a trade earlier this year where I sold 1 Bitcoin for 30 or 31, and I bought. Actually, I sold all my Bitcoin, and I bought some Bitcoin back for 24 or 25, right? So they gave me extra 4 to 6 ETH out of that trade, and I tried to do that trade again. I sold it for 30 or 31, but I didn't have enough patience. This was playing out right here. And I basically got stopped out because for a few 3 months I was holding like 0 Bitcoin, and that just felt too naked for me, like being without Bitcoin. So I got out too early, and then this thing happened, and I could have had an amazing second Bitcoin to ETH trade. But yeah, the only move right now would be if you wanted to do something like this would be selling your Ethereum to get some Bitcoin, or just buying fresh Bitcoin. Polygon. Let's see here. What is their market cap? Fully diluted market cap. Actually, let's go to total supply is 10 billion. So they're always going to be like low dollars, right? I mean, you might want to hope that this thing could get $10, but it's got a huge supply. And it is a second layer for ETH, so that is kind of good, but I would probably sell this in the Bitcoin if I were you. And you said you also have ADA, right?
Yeah, that's my top position. Well, same as Ethereum actually.
Gotcha. I would sell some Cardano into Ethereum because I think Ethereum already beat Cardano, right? And Cardano has a gigantic mountain to climb to even get close to Ethereum. But hey, this thing will get to $5, like, you know, by the end of this year. So it's worth, you know, having some small position in Cardano.
Yeah, I'm not actually looking for any short-term gain. I don't mind leaving my money in there right now and just riding it out. But any new money,
Yeah.
I think you already answered. Having Bitcoin position would be a wise thing to do.
Yeah. I try everyone here. I try to get to 1 Bitcoin. Like, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and like 4 to 6 million have been lost. You own 1 Bitcoin. That's one of the scarcest assets in the world, right? I mean, if you're a long-term investor, man, like in 10 years, that thing's $10 million. So like you're good, right? You don't need a 401k. You just need you need half a Bitcoin. You'll be fine, right? So that's why it's the safest crypto. It's just, and I'm trading crypto now because it's like multi-year swings, because it's like, okay, what can Ethereum do in the next 12 to 18 months, right? How much can I benefit off of that? And then just, you know, just keep my Bitcoin. But cool, peeps.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, yep. So if there's no other final questions, yeah, normally these meetups go for like 2-3 hours because we have Mitch here and he's discussing all 20 of his positions. But you know,
Next question.
we're doing more of an open discussion here, and you know, any questions about your positions.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mitt and Frank are not here today, but what are you talk to them pretty often? What are some of their thoughts? If you can give us any insight into the way they're thinking right now, just so that when we do have a conversation with them, we kind of have a background of what's going on.
A conversation with who?
You have conversations with Mitt and.
Oh, sorry. I muted you. Can you unmute it?
Yeah. Hold on. So any conversations with Mitt and Frank, what are some of their positions and what are some of their thoughts? Because I know you guys talk often. What are some of the things that they're saying, just so we can get a different perspective as well?
Yeah. Macro's perspective, Frank thinks we continue the bull market in summer. His largest position is Coinbase, 30% in his share portfolio. And I know how he trades. He's a very conservative guy. Right? I mean, if you're buying just shares and not options, that is pretty conservative. And he is 30% in Coinbase, so that is a lot. I do want to talk to him again. I want to, hopefully I can chat with him this week. He's been busy, but he sees the bull market in summer. Mitt, he's in January call options. He bought more Coinbase. I'm not sure about the rest of his portfolio, and I'm not sure about his macro thoughts on the market. A guy like Mitt, he's a big option seller. He doesn't care what the market's doing. He just sells calls out of the money or sells puts out of the money. And if the price just gets close to where he's at, he just buys it back at a loss and rolls it out a month. That's his style of trading. But yeah, I'll connect with them this weekend or this coming week, and to kind of get more insights into their macro thoughts. But yeah, that's a good question. And with that, guys, I will go ahead and wrap it up, and then see you guys back on Monday. Boom, boom, boom. All right, where is the